I would like to welcome everybody to this initial video channel called Life Gets Better. For some time now, I've been wanting to do a recording to just talk about my life and things that's been going on. I'm going to do a straight recording, just talking off the top of the head, really no plan of action, no path to take. Just talk about things that's just been in my mind. I've been wanting to do this for quite some time because I honestly don't have anybody here in my life currently that I'm able to talk to about things that's going on in my life. Most of my friends, peers, they have now moved away from where I currently live. So there's a lot of things in my life that I want to discuss with people, but there's no one for me to talk to. After getting in the shower and everything today, I was thinking about this recording I wanted to do today, and I came up with the theme, potential unrealized. That's been the theme of my life to a degree, though there's several things in my life, several themes, but today I kind of want to talk about potential unrealized because I have an immense amount of potential. I'm in an IT field, and I can kind of pick up on IT technologies pretty easily. However, never had an IT job in my life. I was doing graphic design, but it really wasn't IT. Right now, I am 46 years old, about to turn 47 soon. And this amount of potential I have, I've never been able to use this to anything to advance my life. I have had potential opportunities too, but all those opportunities have been squandered. Never had a real IT job. It's crazy. Well, as I was sitting there thinking, and as I'm trying to talk to this out loud, my mind is just bouncing all over the place. It's part of what's going on with me as well. So potential unrealized. What is the purpose of me starting this channel? As I've been thinking about this, I wanted to start a community where I can discuss with people, just talk about things in life, things that's concerned with other people who have no one to talk to, especially men. Like I said, I'm a 46-year-old man and I have no one to talk to. I haven't figured out life. I'm trying to figure out life. I haven't figured out my life. There's so much in my life that it has went wrong, and in the early stages, I probably had the opportunity to correct those wrongs, but they wasn't corrected, and because of that, it took a toll on me throughout the years. Because of so much wrong went on in my life and things didn't work out the way I wanted to, it started to have a negative effect where when opportunities arise or when I wanted to pursue a certain path or anything, there was this voice in my head that was telling me, why do it? It's going to turn out the same way everything else has. So with that, I'll pursue something for a little while. Then that voice in my head start getting louder and louder and louder. And eventually I'll put it off to the side. I'll skip a day, come back, then probably skip a couple days. Then days turn into a couple weeks and months. The next thing you know, there's lots of things that's unfinished in my life. The crazy part is, I'm realizing right now this is a lot harder trying to talk off the top of my head. I should have put out a list, but I just wanted to do this first audio to see how this goes. But last night I was just having a long conversation with Google Gemini, and there were some things that I did realize, a couple of epiphanies. One of the things that gave me a little bit more clarity, something I already knew, is that I have a very hard time following a structured schedule. And that has been one of my Achilles heels. I have this thing where I will get into something and I will get hyper focused on that one particular thing, and I'll work on that for maybe hours, days, or even weeks at a time. As I'm doing that, everything else is being neglected. Then I get into this phase where I realize things are being neglected, and that voice in my head is starting to come back. Like, hey, you're neglecting this. This is falling off. You know, you're doing the same pattern that you always been doing. So what's the purpose of doing this now? So that voice in my head has been very, very loud. And then what ended up happening with me is that I delay, I give up, and then I fall into these dopamine traps where, okay, I can't do this, then I might as well just watch some TV, play a game, just lollygag for a little bit. Then that turns into realize I'm wasting my time. The next thing you know, I'm in this depressed state. Um, it took me quite a while to realize that I was actually in the depression. This was years ago once I realized I actually suffer from depression at times. That state could last me anywhere from a couple days to a couple weeks to several months. There's probably been a time where it even lasted for me over a year or maybe close to 2 years. I have no idea really, because there's a part of my life where it's just kind of a blur. But I'll end up pulling myself out of that depression in the sights of being motivated or seeing motivation down the pipeline, just seeing, okay, I need to get motivated. I need to pull myself out of this funk. Then I get on this whole motivation track where I start cleaning up things in my life. The next thing I know, I'm doing well, start cleaning up something else, getting things in order. I try to add structure in my life a little bit, probably starting to exercise, doing assignments, doing work, jobs. But then next thing I know, something pops up, then I start the whole cycle over again. I'll start to get hyper focused on something, and then I don't even realize it sometimes. Well, early on, I did not realize it, but now I do. And that's the part that really, really gets to me now. I know I get hyper focused on certain things, but for some reason, I tell myself to pull away, but no matter how much I try to, I can't. And because of the hyper focus, there's something here that needs to be done. Okay, I'll need to go ahead and do this. I'm going to go ahead and do this in the next 20, 30 minutes. That 20, 30 minutes come by, and I'm still hyper focused on this one activity. So with me, it's been like this vicious cycle. So that's the cycle that I have realized that's been going on in my life. However, there's so many other things that contributed to this, things other than in my life. And as I was trying to explain earlier, my purpose, as I was being kind of scatterbrained at the beginning of this video, is these are things I wanted to talk about because I realized that if you talk about your feelings and things or your emotions and stuff, things can get better. Because currently right now I am going to mental health from the VA. I am ex-military. That's another story. But I don't have that support group or any friends or anything to just talk stuff out. My purpose is to create a community of people who's having issues in their life but don't have nobody to talk to. I want to come together to talk about these issues, find solutions, find a friend, someone to talk to, work problems out. Although I used to always consider myself very unique, I am in certain aspects, but my uniqueness is not just 100% confined to me. There's other people who's going through the same things I'm going through, but then those same people may have other unique situations that I can't relate to, but maybe somebody else can. And I want to be able to bring these people together to help us tackle the obstacles in life. I was thinking about this the other day, and that's the reason I named this channel Life Gets Better. Because as I was sitting there thinking, if I can get this together, I can get this together, I can definitely put the trajectory of my life in a better place. And I'm doing that currently. But there's just so much that I want to talk about and just bounce ideas off of people, get different insights. This video was just me talking off the top of my head. I didn't talk about nowhere near the amount of things I thought about in my thinking place, which is the shower. Funny, when I'm in the shower, my mind clears up and my mind just races thinking about all type of things. But I'm going to go and I'm going to re-listen to this audio, clear it up, chop up some things. And I'm going to take some notes, and I'm going to revisit a lot of these topics, expand on these topics, and visit a couple other things that I did not discuss previously in this video. Yeah. So if you are someone who are struggling with your purpose in life, or if you're someone who's just probably needing a friend to talk to, definitely come back and join in the conversation. If you just want to listen, that's fine as well, because this is part of my therapy, talking out my problems. Because once I've been able to actually just really sit and think about my issues and my problems in my life, and able to actually just reflect, there's a lot of things that I realized, some change that I can do, and some methods, frameworks I can put in my life to help change things. But damn it, it's hard. It's very hard. I have some very bad habits. Well, I'm gonna call them bad habits, but I have some habits that's been very non-productive. I'm pretty sure other people have them too. But when you're able to identify these things and start to put action behind solutions, things can get better. So that's the channel name, Life Gets Better, because I'm putting action to the solutions that I identified. Well, I don't want to take this too much further. Yeah, this is the channel Life Gets Better. Come back, hear my story, share your story, offer up some advice, some life lessons. I'm here and we're here to listen. All right, catch you in the next video.